my testimony today. I did not grow up in church. Quite the opposite, actually. I grew up in the world and was very full of the world. I was very full of myself, and I was never taught to lean on the Lord. I had only ever heard of his name at a very young age, such a young age that it never carried through. Anything about him never carried through with me through my adult years. In 2014, a tragedy happened, an accident happened. My mother shot and killed my father. And when that happened, I turned to the only thing that I knew, and that was drugs. Started out as a functioning addict. Life was threatened when functioning wasn't functioning anymore. My parental rights were threatened of my 2 children. It was really hard. The only other people that I had in life truly were my brother and sister, and they were going through it with me. And if I'm being honest, they turned to they turned to what they turned to, and I turned to what I turned to. It was hard. I didn't have anyone, and that was the hardest thing I'd ever gone through in my entire life. I let the world run me, to rule me. And I lost everything. I thought I had it all. I had nothing. Material, my home, my vehicles. I thought I had it all because of all that. When I lost my kids, I did that. My 2 older kids are gone, and it's my fault. And I live with that every day. But when that happened, I didn't care anymore. I didn't care. Because I had lost everything, I went from a little bit beyond a functioning addict to I was shooting up. I was stealing things. I was robbing people. I was doing unthinkable things just to get enough money to get that next high, because I didn't care. I stayed in abandoned houses. I stayed under bridges. I didn't care. One day I got into a lot of trouble. I went to jail. I bailed myself out, or someone bailed me out, and I was waiting to go back to court. So I went to assign myself into rehab. And somewhere on the bathroom floor, I remembered as a kid hearing the name Jesus, and I talked to him. And I begged him to not leave me. I said, I don't know if you're there. I don't even know if you're real. But if you are, please don't leave me. Like everyone else had at that point. And I went to court, and I got put on house arrest. And when you're on house arrest, the only thing that you're allowed to do is you can go to the hospital. You can go see your probation officer. Education, if it's there, I think, but it's very limited. But anyways, you can go to church. I got really tired sitting at home, or the environment of which I was in, which wasn't healthy. And I started going to church, and I heard the gospel preached, and accepted Jesus into my heart. And that was the best thing I'd ever done. I wish that I could go back in time with Jesus in my heart and save things, but I can't. If I could have one thing to say to them, is that I miss them and that I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. They are wanted. They are missed. And I hope that they come by me one day. But all I can do now is try to be an example to them, and I try so hard to be an example to people around me. Let your light so shine before man, that they may see your good works and glorify him. Something to that effect. I want all that I am and all that I do to be glorifying to God. Because in my darkest days, he never left me. As he promised, he never did. And even still, I have a lot of bad days, and he is right there with me. And since giving my life to the Lord, I've only seen his hand upon us. I met my husband. I got a job. I was working at Walmart in the electronics department, and here he comes, 6'4", blue eyes, and asked me to lunch, and I said yes. And we got married shortly after that. My 3 stepkids, they are not my stepkids. I did not give them the gift of life, but life gave me the gift of them, and they are my kids. And I went from under a bridge or unhealthy environments to a trailer on his grandmother's property, and it was the best thing at that time, I had thought. And then we decided together that if we stayed where we're at, it's only a matter of time before drugs gets a hold of us again, and we're not going to go anywhere if we stay here. So we moved to Ohio. Our large family moved into a 2-bedroom apartment, and we stayed there for right over a year. But we moved there so that we could be grounded in a church with his father. He was a pastor at one point in time, but so we got grounded there. And then the Lord, we felt called his uncle, with his father. His uncle raised him to move down south. We did not want to go. And when I say we didn't want to go, I mean that. We did not want to go. I tried really hard, actually, to go back to West Virginia. I did not want to be too far away from my kids. I begged and I hoped and I pleaded that one day it would be them to check the mailbox. So I used to write letters. Anyways, so we tried really hard, and every door that we knocked on, it got shut in our face. We tried to build a house. His grandmother said, if you move back here, we will give you land. Just give it to you. we were going to have another trailer built on the land. Could not. Every door closed. And while we were visiting at his grandparents' house, his parents, I say his parents again, it's his aunt and his uncle, they raised him. His parents, my in-laws, they went down south and to test to see if they wanted to move here. They needed confirmation from the Lord, so they attended a meeting that the church was having that we're currently attending now. And while they were in, we were just shopping on Zulu, looking around, just looking around. We said, hey, since you're in the area, would you go check out this house? And the first house they went and looked at, they said, we decided no. So we're like, okay, well, maybe this is the Lord saying it's not where he wants us. And then we listened to a sermon, and it gave us confirmation within our hearts. So I was looking on Zulu again, and I didn't see anything. So I put my phone down for no more than 20, 30 minutes, and I attended to my children or something. And I came back to my phone, and our house, it was just magically there. You can't make this up. It was there. I said, okay. We sent the address to my parents, my in-laws, and we said, go check this place out. We fell in love. And we bought it. We loved it, and we signed paperwork, I think 27 days after that we decided on it. And 30 days later we moved down. So if the Lord can take me, an absolute nobody, and I mean that, I'm an absolute nobody, a drug addict under a bridge, to a 4-acre ranch style home, and give you blessings upon blessings. If he can do that for me, if he can save somebody like me, he can reach somebody like you. Thanks.